analysis on Figleaf Boutique. Figleaf is a boutique that is located in Chevy Chase Plaza in Lexington near McAllister's. And when I first read about this analysis essay, I was going to do an ice cream joint that just opened in Lexington because I wanted to try to avoid places that I had visited a number of times just because I didn't think I could get much of an analysis out of those places since I've been there so much and I was familiar with my surroundings. But I decided to do Figleaf just because I felt like there was maybe a little bit more information I could have pulled from them because I do only visit a few times, and I was shocked to find the amount of subliminal tactics that I did. And subliminal tactics are used on customers to make them buy things that they don't necessarily want or need, and they don't really even think about it. It's just signals that the store gives off that makes them think that they need the item. I found so many subliminal tactics, but I'm only going to focus on 4. The first one is the Shop Local Lexington mat that was at the entrance of Figleaf. If anybody knows anything about the Shop Local Lexington community, it is people that go from small store to small store to really keep that money flowing in Lexington, and they just want to make that business successful and keep them in business to make Lexington look better. The second subliminal tactic that I found was the color coordinating clothes racks. And every time I went into Figleaf, that was one of the first things that I noticed because it was just so eye-catching and clean looking. But after I did some research on it, I found out that this is actually a genius tactic to use on shoppers because you actually have to go up to the rack and sort through that same color to see, okay, this is a shirt, this is a dress, these are pants, but from a far distance, they all just blend into one thing. And the third subliminal tactic that I recognized was the store design itself. And after talking to Lynn Francisco, the owner of Figleaf, she said that there was a method to her madness, and she chose to design the store the way she did for a reason. And the store, if you would walk in, you would see that it is only white and gray. It's not green like fig leaves would be or any type of greenery. And she said that when she was choosing the colors, she looked at the meanings behind them, and she sat down and told me that white represents light, goodness, and perfection. And she said perfection is key when you are trying to sell to women, and gray represents formal, conservative, and most importantly, sophistication. And if Lynn said that if she could describe Figleaf in one word, to her it would be sophisticated. So these colors, it was like hitting a home run when choosing gray and white because it meant so much to her that those colors portrayed the things that they did. The fourth subliminal tactic that I'm going to talk about is the jewelry display. And interestingly enough, the jewelry at Figleaf is only located near the cash register. And after standing there for a while and looking through the jewelry, I asked the employee, her name was Abby, what was behind that method of putting all the jewelry there. And she laughed at me and she said, it's not any different than putting candy bars near the register at a grocery store. You grab it not necessarily because you need it, just because you want it. So all this jewelry is flying off the shelves because it's the last thing that people see and they know it's not going to be expensive, so why not add that to their pile? And she went on to tell me that they go through so much jewelry in a week that they have to keep rebuying and rebuying because that is such a good tactic to use on customers. The last one that I will talk about, even though it is apart from the 4 that I wanted to discuss, is just the way that the employees interact with the customers. And there's definitely a ton of subliminal tactics that Lynn has used and shown her employees, okay, this works with this customer and this works with this customer. So in retail, you will find so many subliminal tactics. For me, for whatever reason, I thought that wherever I was shopping, there wasn't a subliminal tactic that was being used on me. And I've shopped at Figleaf a number of times, and after doing this analysis, I was blown away by not just the 4 that I found, but the tons of little ones that I also found. And after sitting down and doing this analysis, I went back and talked to the owner again, and I said, okay, I picked up on these subliminal tactics. What makes you use these? And she said, Carrie, we have a binder filled with tactics, and if one is not working during that month, we pull that and we start a new one. And she goes through that with all of her employees and shows them how this will work. So that was very interesting to me, and she said that it's all about keeping that money flowing in the store and keeping the business successful. So my question to all of you would be, the next time that you're shopping, why don't you look around and watch the employees closely, watch the clothing racks, watch everything around you, and try to pick up on what subliminal tactics are used on you that you didn't even know. Thank you.